Last night I got to participate in a draft, and it was my first draft that I've done, and today I'm going to go over the cards I drafted as well as the little rewards I got. So first I got these nice little dice which have the +1, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you get those free for playing. I'm not sure if every region is the same, but I got mine. And they come in this nice little bag, so that was a nice little surprise. Now, this was my first draft. I've done a couple of limited sealed events, but this is the first time competing in an actual draft. So I'll go through the cards that I got there. The first cards that I got, this is the first one I got from the booster pack, and quite happy with that draw, so I decided to go with it. I'm convinced it's a good card. Some people say it's not, but I'm convinced that it is, because even at 4 mana, you can get a 2/2, and then when it dies, you get to draw 2 cards, and you get to pump it up. So I think that was a great card. I had no hesitation in taking that out of my booster pack. I got a couple of other nice ones that came out. Now this one came out in, I believe this one came out in the first draft, and I grabbed it as well, with plans to splash a bit of white in there, and I got this one as well, so I had a few options there. But as I was choosing a few of the cards, I did come across one of these, and had a 2 mana cost for a 2/3, which does 1 damage, start my engines, and gains a life, and has a really good max speed effect. I decided to take it, and then I got a second one as well. So that pretty much determined that I was going red-black, and maybe a splash of green or white if I need to. Another card that I got in here was this 1 black 1/1. It has a nice little effect on there, though it is kind of expensive. It's good to have, but the Death Touch is what sold it for me. And I got a second one and a third one. So even though they are on the lower end, I did see them as a fair bit of value. Now, I did try to limit myself to the amount of vehicles I had. I found it very hard to get rid of this one because it is a flying, which is good evasion. This one here was also a nice one to have, but it was this one here which actually made a lot of progress in my deck, because I was able to turn my two cost creatures into attackers without blockers and hack away the damage. So we've got some nice little 1/1s in there. So I probably went a little bit heavy on the 1-drops. So I will put the entire deck list on, but just to give you an idea of how the curve looked from here, I'm very heavy on the 2-drops, the 3-drops, and the 4-drops, 1 5-drop, and then a bunch of larger spells. And I feel like I could have done my draft a little bit better when organizing my cards, because when I was putting them face down, I was just putting them in one pile. I should have been putting them in at least casting cost, so I had a fair idea of my curve. Overall, I feel like it's gone okay. I've actually put this one here as a 3-drop average. It is kind of the card that you want to put at the end as a big drop, but it didn't really make sense in the play, and I found myself usually paying 4 mana for a 2/2. Now, I did make a few mistakes when playing this game, such as incorrectly using the ability here. For example, I picked up a land and played it automatically when I should have discarded and then got a new card. I had 2 of these in play at one stage, and I forgot that when it comes in, it does its damage, put me to max speed, and the second one came in and I could have actually attacked with both. That almost cost me the final round. But I did have some decent removal in there, and I know it's hard to see here, but I will put the full link to the deck in the description below or in a pinned comment. and you can check it out and let me know how I went with that one. Now, the results of this tournament, well, competition, were quite good. I lost the first round, 0-2, and then I won the second round 2-0, and then the third round I won, 2 wins, 1 loss, which put me in third place and won me 2 booster packs. So let's go ahead and open those up and see if we got any good cards. Okay. I did play this card in my deck as well. It was kind of the last card that I put in there to get to the right amount of cards. And I was going to splash green, but I ended up taking green out at literally the last minute. Okay. Quag Feast. Choose target creature, planeswalker, or vehicle, mill 2 cards and destroy the chosen permanent. Its mana value is less or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. That's interesting. Oh, okay. Happy with that. And you get a mountain. Okay, not a bad pack. Let's have a look at the other one. Okay, there we go again. We get another one of him. It's pretty good. Okay, another land. And then it's all out. Okay, so I don't think that was the greatest pack, but that's all right because they were extra packs that I got just for playing. So had a lot of fun in this one. Now I've got to start getting ready for next week's RCQ that I'll be playing, which will be a limited tournament again. So that will be a lot of fun. That's going to be my first competitive, and I'll post the results. All right, so for my limited results, still the same. And for my draft results, I've got a 2-win, 1-loss record. Okay, that's it for today. See you next time.